I'll be up here before tomorrow. They have decided it's going to be on the 20th year instead of tomorrow.
So where's our table going to be? Do we have one? Do we have a table?
She comes around here and she's talking about a table. She doesn't tip her head. She don't do nothing.
Oh, wow. By whom? To when?
November 20th. Here. I want to cancel the meeting. What's the matter, you?
Maybe. But let's just
You can have us come here, then you cancel. Disrespectful. We're not going to tolerate this, okay?
Okay.
You talking to me? Well, I'm talking to you, all right?
Okie doke. Hey, Rebecca, want to go on the record?
Chief Suhr is a coward, so he canceled the community forum today because he knew the community would be out here having a press conference, so it was an effort to disorganize us. But we'll be back.
Have you noticed he's been doing that since the beginning?
Right.
Yeah.
He keeps canceling events where the community is supposed to give their feedback. It's kind of almost like it's intentional.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Okay.
We'll be back.
And notice in the last one, there was a little notification that Obama was going to talk about use of force and tasers.
Right.
And hello, we got a really boring.
We got that PowerPoint presentation of how the cops have to deal with Carnival or something. Dealing with SFPD is just exhausting in general because they're really incompetent and develop their own rules and own laws to go by. So you can order them like this, the police commission has, to get feedback from the community, but it doesn't mean they're actually going to do it. And even when they do purport to do it, we end up with this situation where they schedule these public forums, the community comes out, we want to talk to them, they completely shut it down. And I mean, I don't really expect anything different, so that's how the SF police have been since the beginning of the SFPD.
Misha told me that Angela was the one who canceled it. The commissioner?
Right, Chief Suhr canceled and said he wasn't going to be here, so Angela Chan said that canceled it.
Misha said she was rescheduling it
for a month from today.
That would be November
20th,
at 6 p.m. So by that time, I will be mobilizing a lot of people.
Right.
That'll give us a little more time to get.
Hopefully they won't cancel it again.
Their track record, they've canceled or changed the program for 2 of them now.
Right.
And the Correct one and the one down October 17th in South District.
Right.
Yeah.
Greg Suhr probably got wind of the press conference and probably called Associated Press to tell them no, don't bother to come now because there's nothing happening.
That's right.
Put it in the context of African American death being on top of the death toll when it comes to tasers in the U.S. since 1983. Greg Suhr has avoided to do community policing forums on taser in so-called black areas, which is Bayview, Visitation Valley, the Mission, the Tenderloin. But he scheduled this one here, counting on some of the upper middle class conservative black constituents.
Yeah. And by here, Misha means the Fillmore.
Yeah. The fact that he canceled at the last minute today and called a subcommittee member saying that he was not available today is not an excuse for cancellation. His deputy chief, Michael Beale, is CIT top brass commander, Michael Ali, or Officer Kelly Dunn, who sits on the board of mental health, would have been quite capable to present use of force to them response to committee question.
They could have they could have sat in here.
This is a typical attempt to deflect and or ignore the poor black and brown committee concerns about lethal use of tasers.
Yes.
So, of course, tomorrow there is one organized at the Scottish Cultural Club near Stone Grove, which is going to gather conservative and moderate white and Asians who are homeowners and merchants, whoever you can muster to be pro-taser. And then there's one in Hipster Portrayal Hill that is scheduled next. That will be also as fully as attended as the one that we went to at the
South Station on October 17th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The police couldn't even fill the room. It was, the public was us. Obviously, this was cancelled because it had potential to get more concerns coming from the shore.
It was also requested at that meeting that they have these meetings in the Tenderloin and the Mission.
Mission Valley, the Bayview.
So what would you like to tell folks other than that about what we're doing?
What we need is for the community to show up and at least voice their concern directly at the police commission that meets every Wednesday at 5:30 in room 400 of City Hall in San Francisco, and also to ask a set of very precise questions to the chief. Of course he didn't want to show up today. We had questions ready, and he probably didn't have time to consult with police attorneys.
Do you think that he knew we had these questions?
All groups are infiltrated. The thing
Meetings.
that is very important is we presented a resolution that was introduced by David Elliott Lewis, the secretary of the San Francisco Mental Health Board. The executive team last week was favorable to the resolution against tasers for CIT officers, and it hasn't been approved yet by the board, but it's going to a full mental health board vote.
When?
At City Hall on November 24th at 6 p.m. Those are public sessions.
So, 3 things to do. Come to the commission hearings on Wednesdays at 5:30.
Room 400.
Come to the Board of Mental Health hearing.
November 24th at 6 p.m.
And come to the next community forum at the Fillmore and the other forums as well.
The one in the Fillmore will be here again.
1900 Geary at
Corner
Steiner.
of Geary and Steiner. And it will be at 6 p.m. on November 20th.
And this notice has been posted right here
It has been posted by COH.
by the Coalition on Homelessness.
Yeah. This is Carmen Simon.
Yeah? Do you think that you would like to make a statement? Okay.
Carol?
I am.
Carmen.
Hi, Carmen.
Nice to actually meet you in person.
In person.
Yeah. So my name is Carmen Simon, and for 5 years I was a mental health worker in the community doing community mental health work, residential counseling. The reason I'm here today, beyond the just basic injustice of tasing another human being and the legacy of Oscar Grant and the kind of acknowledged fact that a weapon is a weapon and that lethality is proportionate to how it gets used and implemented, that the idea that weaponry is a positive mental health harm reduction intervention seems ridiculous and inhumane and unjust. And so I'm here as a community member and as a mental health worker and as a human being, just saying that tasers in San Francisco is against everything that I think the city should and has stood for in the past.
Police escalate situations by confronting mentally ill people in crisis with a weapon.
Oh, absolutely. If you're mentally ill and you see a gun pulled, the processing ability for me to see that this is a taser versus a lethal weapon, which tasers are lethal, so it's kind of even a weird term in and of itself.
Any weapon.
Yeah, is hard to fathom that would even be possible.